Okay, ayo, I think this thing's on. I'm Braxton Wise of Third Copy Studio. Welcome to the stream. We're gonna draw a frog on a cat. It's Frog Friday. Let's see what we got over here. There we go, there's the right button. What was that? I didn't want that to be there. Am I putting all this on one layer? Apparently. I'll remove the drawing at some point here. I'm still wondering on it if I should change this. Wondering on. I don't know where that came from. Okay, let's drop this down into there. Since I was accidentally working on the wrong layer anyway. This is a new brush that I made. The other one's just not giving me everything I want, so I made a couple of versions. Why do I have this color on my brush? What was that even from? There's one of them, it's a little more hard-edged, and then the other, the softer, Softwell 2. I like this. These are soft enough to where I can do blending without the pressure having to toggle the opacity off and on. Plus, I have created a shortcut so I can toggle the opacity off and on, pressure opacity at will. So that's good. We did some stuff. I have no idea where we're going to go with this thing. There is no plan for this. Just letting you know. Maybe I should do that darker first. Like include the shadow. It's going to have a shadow. I like a groove. You know, like where the stitching is. Like this is like the, I don't know, like a saddle horn, like the front part of the saddle. I'm not sure about that foot. Right, and then I'll take, I think I left some of that color up in here. Like there. One of the best things that you can do for yourself is figure out how to make brushes. Try not to go overboard. Some people do that and they just do nothing but make brushes. But learn enough about your software to be able to tweak the brushes to get what you want out of them. It completely changes the game. I feel like what I want is a darker edge up here though. That's the wrong. Picking from the wrong spot. Interesting fact about oil paint that I recently discovered. Clove oil can keep your paint from drying. That's kind of a big deal. I don't know how I didn't hear about this. Is this something everybody knew? Am I just late to the party with the whole clove oil thing? I bought some. I've got it in my, like a few drops in a cotton ball inside my palette right now. Sitting on my palette. It's enclosed. I'll just say this, my oil palette is a baking dish. Don't be thinking it's anything special. It's just a baking dish. Actually, it's the best palette I've ever had, so think about that next time you're like, oh, I need a palette. Well, do you have a baking dish? Braxton says it's pretty good. So it has like some plastic wrap over the top right now. I'm testing it now to see what testing the validity. So we'll see. using the wrong finger. Alright, so I wanted this to be like a little groove.
I bet that caught you by surprise.
Oh, it did.
49 months waxy. This number keeps going up and I can't make it stop.
Thank you very much, Woo Woo. That really did surprise me. No one else is here today. I'm just sitting here rambling to myself as usual. And there you are. Thank you very much for the resub. 49 months is insane. You're insane. But good insane. It's good insane. Also, I'm glad you had a good holiday. I mean, I think you went for the holiday, but you did go, I guess, on holiday. You guys use the word holiday differently than we do. So I guess it was holiday and holiday at the same time. How do you know which is which? How do you know which kind of holiday? It's like tea, right? It's like tea. How do you know which one? If someone offers you tea, you don't know if they're talking about the food kind or the drinking kind. And I'm always thinking, how do they know? How do you know how to answer that? Excursion, okay. But I assumed it was for the holiday of Easter, right? Anyway, I hope you had a good time. I hope the in-laws are a little bit more pleasant than the other fam. You just get off work, okay. Oh, I see. Gotcha. This is not gonna look realistic. Of course, I don't know why I'm trying. I never do stuff to look realistic. Well, unless I'm painting a real frog and then I trying to make it look realistic. She is? Okay, cool. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so do you? Also, I have no real plan. I have kind of a reference, but I don't follow those that closely. It's just an AI thing. It's good for making reference, but then again, it does a lot of crazy shit too. So most of the time I'm just trying to get a position, like a physical. Why is that does not seem light enough? Probably because it's the other colors it's against. Oh, this is here. It's the one we did on Catterday. Frog on a cat. I think this is the one that you, yeah, I think you requested this, or the idea was yours. Yeah, and that's how, that's why I have that picture of you with the bowler hat on, because of this, if I remember right. It wasn't just random woo-woo pic. Which is fine, I'm not, like, complaining. I'm all about the woo-woo pics. It sounds like something different than what it is. It's nothing weird. And I just heard that of somebody I know, not personally, but from another channel that I have like a lot of interaction with, has passed away. I'm a little, I don't know, freaked out. I need to hear more about this story. Yeah, it's somebody that that hung out in Dick Dan's channel. I just got a whisper from Dick today. So I'll probably find out more as he finds out more. It's, you know, that's how it happened with Joy. This friend of mine, for context, to those who are watching, I had a friend named Joy Killed It. That was her internet name, and she passed away very suddenly. And I heard it from her daughter. Her daughter was using her Twitter account to send a message out to any of her friends. And well, actually she chose two people, myself and another friend. And then she asked us to tell other people as well. And it's weird because she had been quiet for a while, and so I was sending her, like on that day, I was sending her a whisper saying, "Are you okay?" I still have the message. I haven't deleted the conversation in Discord. I still have it. And then later I'm contacted about that. And I'm like, no way. She was a year older than me, too. She would be 52 right now. I think she was 49. It's just shocking. I mean, to young people watching, I know you're saying, but you're old anyway, dude. You're just old people. Yeah, but not that old. Not that old. That's what's so shocking. 60s, like late 60s, 70s. Yeah. More of a believable thing. But not someone in their late 40s. And I don't know how old this other guy was. This friend of Dick's. I don't know. He probably wasn't young. I imagine we're all Gen Xers. So probably in his 40s or 50s. I don't feel like this looks right. Well, this isn't really looking like how I wanted it to look, unfortunately. I feel like I'm messing this up right now. Yeah, I'm probably messing this up. Filthy millennial. Oh, millennial, yeah. A Xennial, right? I don't know. My sister is like she is a Gen X, but she's like the youngest possible Gen X. Like a year, just 1 year off, and she's millennial. She effectively is. I mean, she grew up. She went to school with that age group and all that stuff. It's not like someone like me who is like right in the middle of Gen X, right? Like there's no confusion about what era I was born in. 1974. It's about as about as Generation X as it gets. And then there was another guy there, a friend of the family, who I think is like, I think he was a year away from being a baby boomer. Like it's the same thing, just right on the edge by about 1 year. He effectively is a baby boomer. Because that's who he went to school with. That's who he grew up with. The music he listened to and everything. Alright, what are we doing with this? Other than like getting way too close. Okay. Making decisions. I'm also going to try to work different in the future here. I feel like here, let's just drop this down. We're going to start doing this. I'm going to like work a layer and then drop it down. Work a layer and drop it down. Like that. I did not drop it down. Drop it down. There we go. That way the stuff I'm working on is here. Yeah, that way the stuff I'm working on doesn't interfere with the stuff below. But I also don't want to have a bunch of clutter because that slows me down. Another thing is I want to get the basic thing blocked and then start working a small area, kind of like I have been, but a little more tightly. I feel like it's here. Can I put this somewhere? Right, that works. I feel like it allows people to see what it's gonna look like. It's kind of difficult when you get in here and this stuff just looks like scrubby weirdo crap. Who's gonna stick around for that? Oh, looks like I gouged into that. Well, it's gonna get turned off anyway later. But if we have like a small part of it like rendered, at least this is like a preview of what's coming. Like that might be. Do I want it to be that red? That might help with retention. Man, I wish I had undo on my oil brushes. I was just struggling with my paint this morning. It's always going to be a struggle. I feel like that's just how it's going to be. What is that? Oh, it's the finger. Don't you give me the finger. Which one? Hey, Strider. I don't know if I want to mess with this or not. We'll just paint on it. The only thing is, this is up above everything. So if we put these in here, it seems like I'm always drawing tree frogs, right? Well, I don't know, the flying frog. Yeah, that was a tree frog too. We got to do something that isn't a tree frog eventually. So anyway, if I do this, it's on this layer above. That's where these things are, and then they get dropped down. But what then? If I'm here, do I paint over it this way to trim it off, or let's back up through there to show the options, or do I hit the eraser? Because we're wiping the paint away, but I don't know. In one, we're wiping it away with the eraser. In another, we're adding paint that looks like what's underneath it. But this is just the underpainting, right? Like even this is like, if I want to change this, I have to block out these colors like here. See? So if we try and figure out which way this finger is going, we're gonna call them fingers. I know they're toes, but I think it's racist to not call them fingers. It dehumanizes them. Don't ask me what I mean by that, because I don't know. Because they're not human anyway, but whatever. Don't ask me to explain stuff. So if we do this, it's all up above, and we're blocking out the stuff below. And then eventually I'll add it to this layer. Hope you're doing well, Strider. Good to see you bringing the nuggie in. The jankest nuggie elf ever. Let's see. How long do I want these to be? Oh, I was talking about the clove oil. If anyone missed that, the whole clove oil conversation. I'm still testing it out. I'm sure it works, I just don't know how much. Eventually stuff will dry, no matter how long you keep it, or no matter how much clove oil you put near it. And the premise is to just put it on like a cotton ball and put that into your, and close that with your palette. So the vapor from the oil kind of prevents the paint from forming a skin. Which is pretty cool. Like, I still don't know how I've been alive that long. How have I been painting that long and didn't know about this? Well, to be fair, I haven't painted in a very long time. Like years. I hesitate to say decades. I'm going to say maybe a decade. You know your role when you're measuring stuff in decades. I also switched my palette. I started using a glass baking dish that I had lying around. It's huge. It's like a giant glass cake pan, you know, for like a sheet cake. I never use it. I've used it in the past, but you know, I'm not making cakes these days. And I have other like glass bakeware I can use that's smaller. I figured it was worth sacrificing. It's not really a sacrifice, it's glass. You can easily just clean it up and bake on it. Or whatever it is the young people do with baking dishes these days. Those darn kids. Okay. We're going for this. These are all just practice anyway. That's how it works. If I don't like it, I'll say it's practice, and it's just practice. If I do like it, then it's, you know, a professional piece, and we slap a price tag on it. I'm not liking how that's turning out. Yeah, I don't like this. Why am I still doing it? Because I don't know what else to do. Maybe I shouldn't blend it in like that. Let's see, where's the rest of the hand? Hey Garrett, welcome in. We're painting a frog on a cat today. In oil painting news, I have started a fabric study. In fact, it's the one that I did of that purple one just the other day. It's the same study. But now I'm doing an oil paint version instead of the digital version. It was that sort of piece of fabric that was hanging up like 2 points sort of draped. If anyone remembers that, that was in the Discord. Good old Dreamfall Chapters. That was a good game. Let's add a little highlight. And I don't think you're gonna see anything here. We'll just say it's knuckle and then down. Like that. And we'll add like a shadow. Should I go more sharp edged on that? There. That's where it is for now. Where's the rest of your arm? I feel like that's not all of it. There, like this. And this is just a smudge, actually. This is not a blending brush. Although I'm using it to blend. It doesn't read very well though. I'll go for the softer brush. Oof. Yikes. Little stomach shadow. How do we even do frog chest muscles? Maybe overpaint it a little bit. I think I'll upload the, I'll do like a picture of the fabric study to the Discord for the work in progress. In case anyone was curious. Let's do this. I feel like I'm ruining this thing right now. We're just concepting. This might be the wrong color. It could take a while for me to dial this in. Finding the color, that is. like the thumb part. There. No. Let's move that. Still not liking that. I'm not entirely sure about the color of this. I don't like any of them. I really don't want to do just pure white. It seems like it doesn't really want to work with anything else though. Let's grab that. Okay, well that's sucking. I feel I should have more of a plan. But I really don't. Hey Gamion, welcome in. Hey, yeah, this looks terrible. I don't know what to do about that. At that lower lip. feel like this is not going to be well received at Blue Sky. I'm going to be laughed out of the frog community. And yes, that's a thing. There is a frog community. I suppose we're doing all this in grayscale. See, like maybe right here. Seems like it's his upper lip though. It seems like it's his lower lip. Hey, Servo. Incoming SpongeBob.
Jumping Jellyfish Frog! Friday is a fastidious finality of frogs, and we are going to start Toad Tuesdays! Oh boy!
Toad Tuesdays, I like that. Toad Tuesdays, but we don't stream on Tuesday. Maybe we should start. This looks so wrong. This might be our very first failed drawing. What the hell? There. This is what we were doing. Crap. I say it every time, but I would love to know what's doing that. Maybe this, maybe this is what we do. Change the nose shape. Then move this over. Like, yeah. Okay, maybe something like this. Hey, Marto. Welcome in, Mr. Varna. Martua Varna. I don't like this separation. It keeps making it look like this is the lower lip here, and this is the lower lip, and there's the upper lip. Yes, it is. It's a frog on a cat. We were working on the saddle earlier. I know I spend a lot of time zoomed in. It's part of my problem. It's just hard for me to see way back here. Mr. Atomic, it's good to see you. Welcome in. When I paint, I was in the middle of saying this is part of my problem with oil painting. My eyes aren't as good as they were when I was younger, and so I tend to stand too close to the painting so I can see. But I need to step back. That's why paint brushes are so long. Actually, you're supposed to hold them at the end of it and sort of paint out like further in front of yourself. You're supposed to hold them by the very back end of it, so you can stand back as far as you can and see more of what you're doing. Like this, when we're so zoomed in, it's hard to take perspective of everything. When you pull back a bit, you see more of the shapes that you're making. But I can't see this easily. It was okay. Easter lunch was okay. I mean, it's basically as good as it's gonna get. Relatively non-political. Relatively. How do you do shadows on a frog? I mean, I'm the frog guy, I should know. Man, it still doesn't read right. Maybe like that. I do this like we're inking it. Okay, trying to keep this loose. I say this a lot, but then I end up tightening up too much. It's all very deliberate, you know. Ooh, you're okay. Here's the thing. Let's put in the tympanum first of all. That's their ear hole. It's not really a hole, it's a disc. It covers the ear hole, right? Covers. Also, I have made my own version of this brush, and eventually I'll upload the brush pack so that people can use them if they want.
6 hours becoming one with a shrubbery last night. There were 3 cloud bursts and a rain of small and very confused frogs.
What? Hold on. I spent 6 hours becoming one with a shrubbery. There were 3 cloudbursts and a rain of small, very confused frogs. These are my my brushes, actually. Was I turning on or off? Pressure. I made these the other day. I was using this one before. So you can see the difference. It's a little brushier. This one is very much a square. And I made the shapes a little bit different, and I smoothed out the repeating pattern a little, because it's just repeating this pattern, like square, 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 square. And if they start looking chunky, you can actually increase the number of times, or reduce the gap, delta. Actually, you can think of it like delta. It's the
Adolfo, we're those falling frogs frolicking around on backs riding pussies. Bowie focus!
Oh my god. That means cats. Pussy cats. Okay, just for the YouTubers out there, or people on YouTube, which there are millions of people who watch me on this channel. On YouTube, you know, I'm kind of a big deal. Actually, I'm not a big deal. But if we keep pretending, eventually it'll come true. So anyway, they're much brushier and they're softer to where I can do the blending without here. I haven't called them third coffee. See, if we have pressure opacity off, it's basically doing full value, full strength, except there's transparency, and I put a lot more transparency in it because I sort of hand drew this little shape, and I have enough transparency in there to where it will allow me to shade like that. So I overlap them, and it's the transparency where I grab that other color. So I can do stuff like that and mix it like I would on a palette. Instead of using the color picker down here. And I don't want to have to keep turning the opacity off and on to do it, so that's why I sort of made a change to these, made new brush shapes, and changed some of the settings. So now we have our own third coffee soft oil brush, 1 and 2. Since your frustrating playthrough of Witcher 2, dying a lot, you have become famous. Doesn't everyone die a lot in Witcher 2? My problem with Witcher 2 was not knowing how to deal with the bosses. Each one has a gimmick, and I didn't get that. Not until later. Then I kind of figured it out. And then the bosses got easier, because then all I had to do is just figure out what the gimmick is. Of course, maybe that's a spoiler for anyone who's like wanting to go purist. It's a good game, but it also sucks in many ways. There's several different ways that it sucks. One is that you can't step up onto stuff. It's very strange, but you know, you can't like step up onto things. It's way too warm. Okay, tympanum. Sorted. I never make their eyes large enough. I think I'll put this these brushes into like a little zip file, and I don't know. Where do I upload that to? Maybe I could just put it on my Google Drive, and you can just download for that, maybe. I have a website, but there's nothing really there yet. I'll have to do like a brush demo, something like that. Frogs usually have much larger eyes in proportion to their bodies, but it seems like Braxton frogs have small eyes. Has anyone noticed that? How long ago was the game? Me playing that? I don't know. I'm wanting to say has it really been 10 years? Has it been that long? Because I'm wanting to say somewhere around 2014. Joy was alive at the time. So it's been a few years. It was longer than that. It was one of my earlier streams too. I mean, early in the streaming venture. Let's grab this. I remember hating the I guess it was the last fight, where basically they throw everything at you. Everything. And those guys with the arrows, like if they get too far back, they'll sling arrows at you, and if they're too close, they'll draw their swords, but they're always kind of like stepping, like that one dude will step back while you're getting hit by someone else, and they'll start shooting at you while you're fighting someone else. Man, that was irritating as hell. Like highly irritating. Oh, you're in a pit too. I guess they're up on a stage or something. They're up on a stage, and this is all I'm remembering. They're up on a stage, and I'm down below fighting like a crap load of them, while the ones up on the stage are shooting at me. And I basically just did the forward roll. I rolled back and forth through everything until I worked him down. And then finally made it up onto the stage, or whatever that thing was. The dragon boss fight. Oh, wait a minute. Is that the one where it's landing on you from above, and you have to attack its hand or something? I'm remembering something about that. Also, I don't like this. Still not liking this. Good old Witcher 2. I much preferred Witcher 3. Mr. Hefe, thank you very much for the resub. Weffy. Weffy poo. What's up? How are you today? And thank you for the resub. It's Frog Friday. I'm drawing a cat on a frog on a cat. Awkwardly. Trying to figure out how to shade this belly. But in a kind of a cell shaded way. I'm trying to avoid blending, although I do it a lot. I do it a lot. I'm a blender. Alright, let's get rid of these. Do I have that one? Yes, I do. I have no idea what I want this to look like. This might be part of the issue. It's not like we actually have issues. It's just not, you know, looking like anything yet. That's all. Also, how you liking Obra Dinn? I've had a lot of friends who played that game. I don't think I have tried it. Of course, it's not really my thing. But what I'm saying is I don't think I've ever done like a GOG stream of it or anything like that. Right. Oh, the UI was the problem? Okay. Let's go back to this one. The famous Third Coffee Soft Oil 2 brush. Collect the whole set. Impress your friends. Let's keep that color, whatever the hell this is over here. Something like that. Let's pair this away. have to remember to take a picture of the fabric study that I'm working on and upload that to the Discord. Also, the link to the Discord and invite to Discord is in the video description. You can be on the ground floor of a not yet thriving art community. I don't like this. Then why'd you paint it, Braxton? I don't know. Don't tell me what to do. What do I do about this? No. A little lighter. That was just a guideline. Still don't like it. It's not like this has to be here, you know. I know. I get that. But I insist. I insist upon it. Too much. Too thickened. We should accent that a little bit. Even though I have no clue what I'm doing. Right, I think that works. I don't want to round these off like bumps. I mean, they're bumps, but they're not. I don't know. They're not that bumpy. Yeah, looks gross. Whoa. What was that? I feel like this is always going to suck. Maybe that one. Ah, we come full circle. And come back around to the part that was giving me a problem. Eventually, if you avoid it long enough, it comes back around to bite you in the backside. Hey, Yadazak. Welcome in. The Yaddy of Sack. I don't even know what that's supposed to mean. It's a thing now. Something like this, where it looks like it's kind of sitting on top, like the hand is sitting on top of the cat's head. There's gonna have to be a little bit of space there. Yikes. Yikes. What was I gonna do? Was I gonna use this sort of dirty yellow color? Holy crap, it's been 2 hours already. Time flies when you're drawing freaky, weird stuff. Am I right? He's starting to come together. He's not going to be really refined or anything. Yeah, this doesn't look as bad as as bad as my brain keeps imagining it. I kind of like this little bit of separation here. Meh. And meh. No, I don't like that. One of these days we're gonna do like a whole painting where I don't allow myself to shade anything or blend. Mm. I'm still not liking it. But it's getting a little bit better. Tell you what though, this gets intense when you're standing in front of a canvas with a paintbrush. This gets a lot more intense. Make these larger. We have to finish the Wizard Woo eventually. I know, I started it and never went back to it. It was kind of a nightmare situation. I don't want to revisit the nightmare, even though I know I have, I know I have the ability to fix it. But now that I've been burned, I'm still in that mode. Is it? Is this enough though? I feel like that needs to happen. Hmm. It's hard to kind of imagine the angles of these eyes because they're so wide set. When a frog's face is at a different angle than, you know, other than looking straight on, each eye is going to look very different. I'm usually just guessing. We're also trying to refine the sus look. That's about the most important feature. I can drop the sketch for a minute. And see how it's coming along. Alright, so the hat is... How on earth is this hat even gonna... Like, theoretically it shouldn't even be sitting on his head right now. Here, let's, I like this. I like doing it this way because then you can at least see the changes that we've made. Here's the whole thing. I feel like the cat will be easy. Okay, I'm not hating this. Let's, should we commit? Let's just drop it down. Commit. Don't be afraid of commitment. Stop rendering the cat. It's grayscale. That's all going to be wiped away later anyway. Also, should I leave that? Usually when you do an underpainting, it kind of holds up the painting above it, but these things are a little bit more opaque. So I don't see a lot of difference. Also, I think we should work on the frog eyes. Just in general. Wait. Huh? Huh? Okay, there we go. Just in general, because we have... The frogs usually have like it's not like two lenses or anything, but they often have like an extra sort of thing. I know it didn't make any sense, an extra sort of thing. I mean that like the eyes themselves have kind of layers to them. Yeah, this doesn't really help. No. We'll keep that. I don't know. What's it? Lemon yellow, maybe? Something like that. Now, he has a hat. So, these would be shaded. Right. Maybe something like that. I don't want it to be black, though. And here I am, not stopping myself. Okay, maybe that's how we do the sus look. Drawing top hats is one thing, but putting them on frogs is a completely other thing. We could do the stylish thing and make our own gray or green. Or make our own gray from green. Usually you get some cool colors out of it, but this doesn't quite work in the same way. It kind of desaturates, but it doesn't really go full gray like it would with real paint. Also, have I decided on this being gray. Maybe black. Just black top hat, I suppose. I mean, what other color would it be? I guess there's those crazy top hats that, you know, have different colors. You know, like for parties. Don't they have like party top hats? That seems to be the other way around. It's gonna be black, then I have to do it like this. This one's a little sharper. I'll leave a gap there. I'm gonna leave it kind of pinched in. Maybe that's too pinched though. Oh yeah, we're still gonna have to tackle these. Oof, don't do that. I'm gonna have to model these differently. I don't know how when I do these 8, I have them here as though they're just glass. Like just thick glass lenses, but what if we do just goggles? How do we do that? Watch live as Braxton Wise attempts to draw goggles. It could just come right up to the edge of that. What do we think so far? I don't think that's going to work. It won't work being right there. It's like a little adjustment strap. I feel like this is how we have to have it. Let's choose a darker brown. These are going to be slightly smaller, but not that much smaller. I was just now thinking I should make these the same size as his eyes at least. You know, there's going to be somebody going, excuse me, but that frog couldn't possibly wear those glasses. My immersion is broken. There's always that one guy. Got to ruin it for everybody. Okay, not horrible. I'm not hating it. We should put a different lens color in there. Yeah, this should have more of a cutoff. That should be deeper. Are these goggly enough? Not really. Should it be like that? Should be like that or more blue? Any opinions? I feel like the blue is too blue. You know, we could do um, like black lenses. Black lenses. Like shades. Like that, and then have like put shines on them like that, or do we want like that? Yeah, I think it needs some color. I think black is just too much. Let's get that towards the greenish area. We could do both. Glass has that sort of blue-green look to it, at least tempered glass does. Just put some arbitrary shapes. Something like that. That's too much. I always have this aversion to highlighting stuff. Alright, so yeah, I feel like I'm gonna need a lot of work on these. Oh, okay. Maybe that's a thing. Hold on. Maybe we just unlocked the secret. Right, because it's sort of set back in there. And this, it shows that this has a thickness. It's not right up against the hat. I like that. Well, the only way to get there is to paint through it. It's always going to look like you avoided it. Because you did. Paint through the pain, son. Still rough on around the edges. But we're kind of getting there. There's a corner thing here. Or at least it looks like a corner. I don't know how to shade a black hat. I should just let you know this right now. In case anybody was counting on me for teaching them how to paint a black hat. You're gonna be let down. Although I promised nothing. Should all frogs wear hats? Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Garrett24601 asked me, should all frogs wear hats? Well, that would be quite a sight. Frogs in hats could definitely add a touch of pizzazz to their style, but let's not forget that some frogs might prefer to keep things simple and hat-free. It's all about personal froggy preference, so maybe hats is an optional fashion statement. What do you think, Garrett24601?
I didn't realize that was a TTS question. I was all trying to answer it. It all boils down to froggy preference. Crap. What is that? I don't get it. I want to know what's doing that. Also, I love my brushes. Just throwing that out there. I have a feeling I'm not going to like this and I'm going to want to redo it. But then I won't want to redo it. I'll want to, but I won't want to. I just realized the other day that the green tree frog is in my state. I thought it was further northeast or southeast than that. I was kind of surprised. I didn't realize that they were up this far. Of course, they're not nowhere near me. Still several hundred miles away from where I'm at. But that's because American states are gigantic. I mean, it'd probably be like driving across England for me to get from here just to the southeast corner of my state. Just to see some green tree frogs. How do we shade that, though? I mean, we're committed now. And we'll get rid of this line too, because I'm going to overpaint. Or paint over it. Like, yeah. Let's do this one and desaturate that a little. Thank you, Woo Woo. I was gonna get that, but I was busy. Kind of tidying up before we sign off for the day. I think we've made some good progress. Oh, there you go. Are they just regular kind, or do they have like a flavor? Let's do this and this. All I have are pork rinds. But I have a lot of them. I don't know if the black is looking so good. I don't know. It's gonna be hard. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't look very top hatty with that color. The frog's not looking bad. Alright, I think we'll leave it at that for the day. It's progress. I hope everyone had a good day. Remember to follow on Twitch or sub on YouTube. My Discord link is in the description. I think eventually I'll upload my brushes and I'll have those available for download in the future. And that's it. Everyone have a really great day. And thank you very much for hanging out with me. I appreciate that.